come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go better run up the
brand new model, it'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems, only got real ones round them. Only got it take a week to count it. Then I'm back up, name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, oh God, I'm litty. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
On first down, Carr, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. Got his open man. It's Carr. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff would...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arms saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, lock it.
Back to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum.
And blood in the water behind them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
And this team is coming in off of their open week, and to me, a pretty good time to have it, too, because it's pretty much right in the middle of the season. So I would think that they'll be pretty well rested and ready to go for the second half of the season. But even more importantly, they got a little bit of a mental break as well. That's going to help, too.
And he will find his man on the outside. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Here we go.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 8. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning.
Vikings turn up the heat, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they're going to wind up with a football here at the 26-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Look at this spin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You ready? First red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he is the NFC rating Offensive Player of the Week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of script.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
They stopped him in his tracks. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Now a handoff looking right. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And it coughed it up.
And a little bit of good fortune fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Switch.
Shoot. Now they try the right side here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they'll get this down to the 10. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through it. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And to give this time to the tailback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
47.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A gain of 3, second down. On second down, it's Carr. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Diggs has it. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
This is brought in at the 21. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Hey, echo. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Go on. Come on, D.
2nd and 5. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a... First down for the green and gold.
Set. 57 Mike. Clear. I got you, boy. Hey, Haywood. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Oh, you got deep? Hey.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. The best of the early games on Sunday may just be in Buffalo, where the Bills face a big test as they'll square off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're going to look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field. Gives them
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's hauled in by Shepard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, exit. No. Fire.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Adams. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. You got to step it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Looking to throw, being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd down and inches. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now back to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. The throw right sideline here is complete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. Recovered the fumble up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. That's going to set them back 5 yards. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Set. 18 Gators. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Cut. Get it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Ready, set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10. The Vikings first down.
They're going to look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Got his open man. It's Carr. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They go play action here on first down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boys.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
We got this.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down now, Edmonds. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Packers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.